Imagine a planet so colossal that it could engulf over 1,000 Earths without even noticing, a swirling behemoth of gas and storms whose gravity bends the very fabric of space. And yet, for centuries, Jupiter was nothing more than a distant striped orb in the night sky, beautiful, enigmatic, untouchable, until humanity finally dared to send spacecraft like Juno into its orbit. And what they discovered was nothing short of astonishing, for beneath the familiar bands of orange, white, and brown clouds lies a violent, mysterious interior, a fractured and diffuse core suggesting catastrophic collisions in the planet's infancy. Oceans of metallic hydrogen behaving like a planetary-scale electric engine, generating a magnetic field so massive it could engulf the sun, and storms so intense they have raged for centuries without pause, lightning strikes hotter than the sun itself, and auroras blazing brighter than any on Earth, revealing magnetic irregularities that defy decades of scientific models. And as we examine the moons orbiting this giant, from volcanic Io to icy Europa and massive Ganymede, it becomes clear that Jupiter is not merely a planet, it is a cosmic architect, a guardian of the inner solar system, whose violent history and unimaginable power may have shaped the very conditions that allowed Earth to become habitable. And the secrets scientists are uncovering today are rewriting everything we thought we knew about giant planets and the forces that govern our universe. For centuries, Jupiter has inspired both awe and terror, a planet whose sheer magnitude dwarfs every world we have ever known, its bands of swirling clouds stretching across tens of thousands of kilometers, the Great Red Spot a storm larger than Earth itself. Yet for most of human history, this magnificent giant remained an untouchable enigma, a distant jewel of the night sky, until the Juno spacecraft ventured into orbit, piercing the planet's cloud tops and transmitting data that would forever change our understanding of planetary science, revealing that Jupiter's core is not a simple, compact mass of rock and ice, but a diffuse, partially mixed structure where heavy elements are distributed throughout, evidence that the planet endured a violent collision in its formative years, a cataclysm so immense it altered not only Jupiter's internal structure, but the architecture of the early solar system itself, potentially influencing the formation and orbital stability of Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and even Earth. While deeper analysis unveiled oceans of metallic hydrogen under crushing pressures, a form of matter that behaves like a colossal electrical conductor, generating a magnetic field so immense and powerful it could theoretically engulf the sun. A magnetic force that shapes the orbits of Jupiter's moons, shields inner planets from deadly cosmic radiation, and produces auroras at the poles that blaze with intensity far beyond any aurora on Earth. The polar cyclones forming intricate patterns stable for decades, a planetary dance of wind, heat, and magnetic energy that challenges all conventional models. And yet, Jupiter's violence is not confined to its interior, for the Great Red Spot alone is an eternal vortex, a storm that has persisted for over 400 years, with winds screaming at hundreds of kilometers per hour, lightning hotter than the sun itself, and vortices plunging deep into the planet, a testament to the immense kinetic energy stored within its gaseous layers. While smaller storms emerge, merge, and vanish, a constantly evolving chaotic system of pressure, temperature, and velocity, revealing that even a planet of this magnitude is alive with motion and change. And above the clouds, auroras shimmer and pulse in response to magnetic irregularities, electrons accelerated along field lines, producing displays so bright they are visible from Earth. And these auroras serve as a window into the hidden interior, hinting at a complex dynamo driven by metallic hydrogen flows, with currents circulating at speeds and scales beyond imagination. And if that were not enough, theoretical models and laboratory simulations suggest that within these extreme pressures and temperatures, carbon can crystallize into diamonds, literally raining down through the metallic hydrogen layers in a cascade of cosmic jewels. While the implications of these discoveries ripple outward as scientists begin to understand how Jupiter's gravity has acted as both guardian and disruptor, diverting asteroids, stabilizing the orbits of the inner planets, and preventing potentially catastrophic collisions, a cosmic choreographer orchestrating the delicate balance that allowed life to emerge on Earth. And while the moons themselves are laboratories of possibility, volcanic Io spewing lava hotter than any found on Earth, Europa hiding subsurface oceans that could harbor life, Ganymede with its own magnetic field, and Callisto scarred by eons of impacts, they all tell the story of Jupiter's gravitational dominance and the sheer scale of forces at play. Yet what makes Jupiter even more extraordinary is the dynamic nature of its interior and exterior. From shifting cloud belts to migrating storm systems, from evolving magnetic fields to the subtle exchange of energy between its core and atmosphere, all occurring on scales incomprehensible to the human mind. And as we observe, analyze, and simulate, we realize that every new piece of data rewrites the planetary textbooks, forcing us to reconsider models of planet formation, magnetic field generation, and the violent early history of our solar system, challenging assumptions that once seemed unshakable. And in this sense, Jupiter is not merely a planet, it is a living record of cosmic violence, a laboratory of physics, a guardian whose presence shaped the destiny of Earth, a giant whose storms, magnetic fields, and gravitational might continue to influence the very architecture of our celestial neighborhood. And as Juno continues to orbit, sending back packets of data that reveal gravitational anomalies, magnetic fluctuations, auroral dynamics, and subtle cloud motions, we are reminded that our knowledge of the universe is still incomplete, that even the largest, most studied world still holds secrets waiting to be uncovered, and that the closer we look, the more we realize how interconnected everything is, from the depths of metallic hydrogen oceans to the icy moons orbiting above, to the radiation belts wrapping around the planet like invisible armor, all playing a role in the complex system that defines Jupiter. And in understanding this giant, we gain insights not only into planetary physics and cosmic history, but into the delicate chain of events that allowed Earth to exist and sustain life, as Jupiter's migrations, collisions, and magnetic might sculpted a solar system capable of harboring habitable worlds, reminding us that even the most distant, untouchable planets have direct consequences on our own existence. And as we contemplate standing above its clouds hypothetically, the mind reels at the scale and intensity, storms capable of swallowing continents, winds that could tear a human body apart in seconds, lightning bolts with the power to incinerate cities, auroras dancing in magnetic currents, diamond rain cascading into metallic oceans, and a magnetic field strong enough to dwarf anything we know, all forming a living, breathing giant whose history spans billions of years, whose presence continues to shape our planetary neighborhood, and whose secrets remain only partially revealed, forcing us to expand our imagination, our science, and our humility to accept that some worlds are more than planets, they are cosmic forces, storytellers of violent histories, teachers of physics, architects of life, and awe-inspiring reminders that the universe is far stranger, more beautiful, and more dangerous than we can ever fully comprehend. And in every swirl of clouds, every flash of lightning, every auroral flare, and every subtle gravitational anomaly, Jupiter speaks to us across the void, inviting humanity to explore, to question, and to marvel at the forces that shaped not just itself, but the destiny of our world. A titan of gas, storms, metal, and mystery whose story is far from complete, whose lessons are still unfolding, and whose existence compels us to look up at the night sky with wonder, respect, and a renewed understanding that in the universe, some planets are not merely objects in orbit. They are living, breathing chronicles of cosmic creation, destruction, and survival, standing as eternal witnesses to the forces that shape the stars, the planets, and the very life that depends on them.